Hello, hello, hello. I have got your market stats for January of 2026. So keep a listen so that you can see where we're headed and where we've been. I'm Stephanie Deeds, your favorite broker at Point Realty, and I have some very interesting information for you. So the last time we did a market update was an annual update, and it basically showed how kind of the market is starting to level out a little bit. We're not expecting huge drops. We're not expecting huge increases. We're expecting sort of that 2 to 3% increase, year over year for 2026. That's what we're looking for. Interestingly enough, though, I will tell you, based on where you're at, we did see some drops in price. So in Mansfield, actually, our average price dropped from $489 to $466. Now, that sounds like a big drop. $15,000 is a lot of money. Okay, sure. But when we're talking about ratios, $15,000 on almost $500,000 is really not a huge amount. So I think that that's just a symptom of the market starting to balance out. And also in areas where you have more new construction, but the new construction is starting to slow down, your higher price points are in new construction. So as the builders start to build a little bit less, which is another statistic we saw, the number of builds beginning is starting to slow down just a little bit so that builders can get their inventory sold. So we did see a little bit of a drop in price, but I think there's a lot of factors that have to do with that. So in Arlington, though, we went from 355 to 372. Now, again, there's not new construction in that market really. So when you're looking at the pre-owned market, I do think that we are still looking at prices increasing. In Burleson, again, lots of new construction. We had a little bit of a drop from 422 down to a little bit less than 400. So that one, but again, there's lots of new construction in that market, and I think that has a heavy emphasis on what these average prices are doing. Good news on days on market, we're not seeing a huge change there. We are still less than 90 days in Mansfield, which is good. We went from 85 to 82, which is basically, and this is, by the way, I said your January update. This is January 26 compared to January 25. This is not like a $15,000, $20,000 drop in 30 days. This is what last year versus this year at this time. And the days on market, again, pretty steady. 85 to 82, 58 to 68 in Arlington, 76 to 82 in Burleson. So really the days on market is staying pretty steady. We haven't really seen it jump to over 100, and that is really good news because that means houses are still moving. Number of homes sold. This actually surprises me quite a bit because we are expecting overall in 2026, we are anticipating and predicting a higher number of homes sold. We expect to do more transactions in 26 than we did in 25. But in the month of January, the numbers went down in a lot of areas. In Mansfield, we did about 35 less transactions this January than we did last January. In Arlington, it's over 100, 722 down to 583. I mean, kind of crazy that we did so many fewer transactions in January. But again, we are predicting the projections for 26 is that we will do more transactions for the entirety of the year than we did in 2025. Oh no, I'm lying to you. I'm looking at not closed sales. I'm looking at the number of homes available. That's telling us inventory is down. But the closed sales are also down, just not by as big of a margin. So in Mansfield, we went from 79 deals closed to 62 deals closed. So forgive me, when I was talking about 30 less, in Mansfield, that's 35 fewer listings available. So my apologies. But yeah, so overall, we are looking at, again, nothing crazy is happening. It's not like the time when we were seeing 10 to 20% increases. It's not like 2008 when everything went, we're not doing that. It is, again, very, very steady changes. We're seeing the market sort of normalize a little bit. So whether you're looking to buy or sell, don't let interest rates, inventory, days on market, the anecdotal stories you're hearing from your neighbor of this or that nightmare, it is still a great time to buy or sell because real estate is always an asset that you are going to, over time, gain equity in. So if you know that you're going to be in a house for 3 to 5 years, then there's no reason not to look at making a move. So if you have questions or there's anything we can do for you here at the Deeds Group at Point Realty, please don't hesitate to reach out. We would love to chat with you. Thanks so much for watching.